Well, folks, here we are again. It's holiday shopping season, as I record this anyway, and that means you're gonna be confronted with all kinds of deals, from Black Friday through Cyber Monday, and let's be honest, well beyond that. Now, some of them are gonna seem way too good to be true. Some of them are gonna seem too good to pass up, but when should you toss that deal in your cart, and when should you run away? Let's talk about that. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Caleb Denison, and first of all, there is a special little section of this video at the very end. You do not want to miss it. It may just help you get that TV that you're having a hard time selling your significant other on. But also, I'm not going to try and convince you that $99 50-inch TVs have no place in your life, but I am going to try to convince you that you and your living room deserve better. Now, before you pull the trigger on a TV so cheap it seems like a no-brainer buy, you should definitely watch this video. Now, let me start by saying that I get it. When you see a 50-inch TV selling for $100 or a 55-inch TV selling for $150, I mean, that's so cheap, it's easy for you to start thinking of all the places you could put that TV, right? Some of you have been thinking it would be cool to put a TV out in the garage, or maybe you've been wanting a cheap TV that you could mount outside around your deck or your outdoor kitchen or your pool. Perhaps you have an ADU that's like a guest house that you want to outfit with a TV, or maybe you've been looking at getting a TV for your RV or the kids' playroom. Places where, as long as you can see the game or the kids can watch Bluey, you're good. Now, anecdotally, I put a little 32-inch TV into the guest suite at my mom's house a couple years ago, and sometimes I think it would be fun to have something a little larger in there. So these ultra inexpensive 50-inch plus options are kind of enticing, but I'm not gonna do it. Now, I agree, I think these scenarios make sense for getting a less expensive TV, but I also think we should talk about at least managing our expectations versus recognizing when we just need to confront spending a little more to get a better product. And then after that, I want to have a conversation about what you should think about before pulling the trigger on a TV you'll be using often, like your living room TV, your game room TV, your den TV, any place where having at least good enough picture quality is going to be important. This, my friends, is my gift to you this holiday season. A voice of reason at a time when it is easier than ever to spend money in the moment with reckless abandon in hopes that it's gonna bring you some long-term joy. Yep, it's that reality check that I think you might need because I've been there myself and made some choices that I ended up regretting. So let's talk about cheap TVs. If you've ever worked in retail, then you may be at least familiar with the term loss leader. Now, loss leaders are products designed to get you in the door, where you're likely to also spend money on other things. The loss leader product is sold at or just below cost, meaning the retailer doesn't make a dime on it. And in fact, they may lose a few bucks, but they know it's gonna get you in the door. And once you're there, you're gonna buy high margin stuff like socks and trinkets and groceries and batteries and games and stuff. Loss leader TVs aren't necessarily terrible TVs, but they definitely tend to be. And that's because every retailer is in competition with each other to attract your business. So it behooves them to come up with a highly attractive item, like a TV, at an unbelievably low price. And so they'll usually pick a TV that has an already shockingly low cost associated with it. It's a cheap TV in the truest sense of the word cheap. Everything about that TV is cheap, from the screen to the processor to the speakers to the stand and the plastic casing that's on it. It's all super bare bones. And while it does make a picture, that picture is usually pretty disappointing. Worse though is that the product is basically disposable. If it only lasts you a year or two, well, I mean, it was only $100, maybe $150, you're probably not gonna take to the internet to give this TV a bad review because you know that you didn't spend jack on that TV. So like I said earlier, I'm not saying these TVs have no place in your life. I'm not saying like under no circumstances should you ever buy one. I just want you to know what you're getting yourself into. And I encourage you to think about this before hopping online or braving the actual lines outside and inside a store. That TV's picture quality isn't gonna be very good. The sound it puts out may actually be annoyingly bad. And worst of all, there's a high probability that it won't be working for very long. Now, if you're okay with all that, no judgment from me, go for it. Maybe that's exactly the kind of garage TV you want, one you just don't care about. If you can see the football game and that's all you need, go for it. If you're okay replacing it in a year or two with another disposable TV, well, I don't love what that means for the environment, but look, the point is to have a conversation with yourself and be sure that that's what you want. Just consider the fact that spending around $300 to $400 on a TV in the smaller screen sizes is gonna get you a much better TV, and it's probably gonna last a bit longer. Personally, I'd rather buy a $400 TV with better picture quality, more features, and better build quality once every 4 years or so than buy a bare bones $100 TV like every year. So with all that cheap TV talk out of the way, let's now talk about buying a TV that you're actually gonna use every day. The one that you plop down in front of to watch after a tough day at work and unwind. The one that the family gathers around. The one that your friends are gonna watch when they come over with that one pasta salad dish that they always bring that you really hate but pretend to like because they're really good friends, and friends don't let bad pasta salad get in the way no matter how much you hate Kalamata olives. What? I know that's not just me. Stop playing. Maybe it's raisins for you. I don't know, but you know that's true. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, your new TV. Guys, I'm gonna keep it real simple. Do not impulse buy a TV no matter how unbelievable the price may be. If you find yourself at the store or online and you feel like that $500 deal is just too good to pass up and you just wanna get after it, pause, relax, don't do it. When you wanna get to it, relax. Don't do it when you wanna, you know. That song is now stuck in your head. And that's not by accident. I'm programming you. You just got programmed. When you're about to impulse buy a TV, you may hate me now, but you're gonna thank me later. That song is gonna play in your head and you'll be reminded about what I'm about to tell you. Look, if 2020 taught us anything at all, it's that life can change in an instant and you never know when you're gonna be sitting at home auditing the quality of the stuff that you value, the stuff that entertains you and nourishes you. Now, a TV is a commodity, but it can also be a lifeline, an escape, a memory maker. Take the time to do a little research first. I know a guy that spends his whole life reviewing TVs and talking about the best models at a bunch of different price points and what's good and bad about them. Hey, that's me. But look, there are a bunch of others out here on YouTube and elsewhere on the internet who aren't just regurgitating what others are saying so that they can have a high traffic SEO list. We actually live with and test these TVs. Want to know what's in the box before you buy?
What's in the box?
We will tell you. Imagine how much more excited you'll be when you finally get to unbox that TV and get it set up for the first time, knowing you are about to get into something good. Isn't that better than biting your nails for a few weeks hoping you didn't make a mistake? I'll answer that for you. Yes, it is much better. Now, here comes the section of the video that I told you was worth waiting for. If you've done all the research and you're having trouble convincing your significant other to sign off on this big ticket buy, I'm gonna try and help you out here. Go get them and show them the next section of this video, okay? Trust me. Hey, I'm Caleb and I'm a TV and tech expert. And your significant other has spent a significant amount of time learning about what to look for, what to ignore, how to find a TV that will meet your needs, and will also be a delight to use. We've talked about everything from what kind of TV to get, to balancing size and quality, and how to get the most bang for your buck. But here's the most important thing. The fact that your sweetie has spent probably hours looking at this face and listening to this voice means they have put a lot of thought into this purchase. And this may not be apparent, but it's not been a selfish effort. I guarantee you that they have been thinking more about your excitement and your delight than they have their own. I mean, no doubt they are excited too, but I know that if you aren't excited and they don't have your support, that's gonna take away from their joy. So take that for what it's worth. I'm not gonna try and do a hard sell on you here, but I did wanna let you know that what I know about your person, they care enough to make a smart purchase when it comes to something that is ultimately a pretty important factor in your life together. They would not be watching this video if they didn't. So if you're in a crowded store right now or hovering over a computer and they have an itchy finger over the buy button, maybe hear them out. And hey, I hope you guys love your new TV. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you found this video helpful, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But if you did, here's 2 other videos that I think are a great next step in your TV buying adventure. And we'll see you on the next one. Come on, Caleb. Come on, dude.